process. We have enjoyed having town hall meetings since last August. We held them when Mark Schauer was not holding town hall meetings that were unscreened and unscripted. That's a matter of fact and a matter of record, and we wondered why. I remember holding town hall meetings when I was in that seat during August, when the gas was going to $5 a gallon and people weren't happy. And those town hall meetings were pretty hot, and not just from the heat outside. But it was good to hear what people's concerns were. When the healthcare issue came on, certainly people were energized to be heard and to speak up. And as they saw in living color, the government, their government, disregard their cries to at least step back, rethink it again, listen to what we're asking for. Yes, we want reform. Overwhelming majority of people wanted reform. The town hall meetings I held in August, 80 to 90% of people who were there said, yes, we want reform, but we don't want what's being thrown over us right now, over our backs, by representatives who aren't willing to listen or willing to be paid off, to be cajoled, to be pushed into voting for something that we don't want. At that time, I said, you know, it's right for someone like myself who says I oppose a government health care takeover to also be able to say, but I support. This is what I recommend. So I went back to a bill that I introduced while I was in Congress that was a comprehensive, patient-centered healthcare reform plan that offered no mandates, no tax increases, and made no victims or enemies in the process. It increased competition and variety and choice. My bill would have done things like offer expanded health savings accounts. Probably a number of you have HSAs. That's your money you'll use for your medical expenses. You ought to be able to expand that opportunity. Let it grow. Use it appropriately for whatever, even if it's to buy better medical health care coverage. My bill also offered association health plans, so small businesses could join together in economy of scale and purchase health care coverage if they so determine for their employees at reduced cost, like some of the bigger corporations are able to do, with a larger pool of people that are in it. My bill also offered the opportunity to purchase health care across state lines. It makes all good sense that when you know the prices are different from North Carolina blues versus Michigan blues, that maybe it'd be better to have some competition there. And variety, that some states have health care policies in place, companies that cover varieties of our medical concerns that we don't cover as officially here. So why not be able to use that competitive factor? Also tort reform, to reduce the number of frivolous lawsuits and the cost across the system that not only hurts our health care, but discourages jobs and things like that as well. And then finally, to give the same tax benefit to individual citizens who purchase health care that we give to businesses. Those were the key components of my plan, which was 150 pages or less, not the 2,700 pages that this healthcare takeover took. In the process, since then, the Republicans took those principles from my bill, added to it several good things, including a high-risk pool to deal with pre-existing conditions and the like, a few other things, and that's what they presented to Barack Obama, our president, at the healthcare summit, and said, here's our alternative. Please listen. Let's see if we can come to a better plan than what we're trying to run over the backs of people. That wasn't accepted, as we know. They went on with this healthcare takeover that right now they're finding is almost impossible to figure out how they're going to implement it. The costs are going up with it. Ultimately, less freedom, more rationing will take place. We don't want it or need it. So I've made a commitment that I will work, if I've given the opportunity to represent you, to repeal and replace, beginning by not funding it. And very clearly saying to the President, you cannot implement what you can't pay for. And we will not give you the budget to begin implementing the health care plan without looking at other alternatives in the process. In that process, we offer our bills, maybe as single issue bills, maybe just as the association health plans or the health savings account expansion.